Inside Stuff with Martins Oloja this week, we'll talk about how not to defend government policies. This is a direct consequence of what the president said at the just concluded ministerial retreat. The president charged the ministers to defend his policies vigorously. Well, we need to just analyze that. The president said to them that they should defend government policies because of negative perception that they have seen, that people and members of the public are perceiving their policies in a negative manner. No, perception management in this modern time is not something that you do by just charging people to defend. You should recall that in modern governments, they don't even have a Ministry of Information as we have here. Most of these modern economies, developed countries, do not have ministries of information. They just leave everything to the private media to assess them. This is what happened. So, President charging them to defend government policies, the story came at a time we are talking about Nigeria's debt rising to 31 trillion. In just 3 months, it has risen by 2.38 trillion in 3 months, and it's now 31 trillion naira debt. There's a debt burden. How are we going to defend that? We wrote an editorial this week how the federal government has been spending 120 billion annually to maintain refineries that are not working. The refineries are not working. We are using whatever we get from our own oil export to import fuel for consumption. This is the reason for Nigeria's problem. What are they going to defend? Another newspaper published this morning that 264 Nigerians commit suicide in 4 years under the same administration. There is a comparative analysis. What happened before? That more and more people under this government are committing suicide. These are issues that should enable government to even have a 3-day or a week-long Federal Executive Council where they will evaluate. There is National Planning Commission is there to do some evaluation of what they are doing. They should evaluate their performance and they should use data. This is the age of the big data. They should use data to analyze and show people what they have done, not just defending government policies. Who believes such a defense mechanism? Nobody believes. Let them use data to tell their story, to evaluate themselves, and let people will see. You don't need to explain anything. Once you are performing, people will see it. That is how to manage perception in a way that it will be positive, and all over the world, people will see. Even the global networks will capture your achievement. If you are doing it, news is still in its classical form. What is unusual? What is odd? What is bizarre about people, places, and events? That is the news. When people begin to see that they are cutting costs of governance, they have promised it, that we have not seen any evidence. The three arms of government, even the National Assembly is buying modern SUVs. At a time, they should be cutting costs of governance. We have seen that they talked about Oronsaye panel's report to use it to merge ministries, agencies, and what they call parastatals in this place. No action in that direction. They are not cutting costs. They are talking about all these things. Where are we going? The new tariffs push, look at our story this morning. New tariffs push prices above global average. Look at the stories. Nigeria's among OPEC's most expensive petroleum products, 6th highest electricity tariff in Africa. It will soon be cheaper to import sachet water than to produce. These are negative stories. These are stories about performance of government. It should worry them. They should hold a Federal Executive Council meeting where they are creative. They should invite experts on how to run modern government, not ministers defending government policies, because the policies that we see at this moment are not something that you can defend, are not something you can push to the people, because the people are hungry. They have never seen tariff like this before. At a time, so many of our people have lost their jobs. A lot of things have happened, and then we say that ministers should come and be defending policies. Where are the policies to defend? Is it the debt burden? Is it the rising tariffs? prices of foodstuffs rising and people don't even have money to buy. So I think it is high time the leader of the most populous black nation on earth, that is Nigeria, began to think of how to engage with the people, how to connect with the people, instead of charging ministers to defend policies. And I think this is where we will stop this week. That is my view. What is yours? Send your views to the comment section. Let's continue from there. That is Inside Stuff with Martins Oloja, The Guardian, Nigeria.